Word.
Um,
We just went live. We just gave them live. Let me pull up my chat. Let me pull my chat up. I'm so Tracy got off. She's on her way home, but
oh, good.
she says she'll join the chat when she comes in. But okay, I got the chat.
Oh, I gotta mute something.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong. Let me get on my different. I got to get on to my chat. Oh no, you got a what?
I had to mute something. I had two sounds going, but I got it muted.
Yeah, that's me. I got to mute. I both have to mute something too. Right there. Just muted mine. All right, here we go. Hey, Monkey. Hello, Angel. Hello, Kim. What y'all doing? Stupid cat button. I know that happens to me too. So, I'm fixing to move this computer out of my lap because my stuff stretches across the room. And I got my chat up on my iPad, so I'll be able to hopefully keep this cat away from this computer because she likes to be bad now.
These cats.
They bad. They bad. Bad.
I had to take mine back outside again and stay with her about 3 hours. I don't know what was going on.
Just, what's up with that?
I have no idea.
She just likes going out there, I guess, huh?
I guess she just wanted me to burn up in the heat.
That's it. I'm just sharpening my coloring pencils. Cool. I hear y'all. I don't even know if I don't even know if our notifications went out. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. I was kind of checking out a few things.
Kim, you don't like my southern accent.
I love Mikey's southern accent. Southern people stick together.
She said, "Oh my God, Mikey, that accent."
That was that was definitely that was definitely an accent. We
Hey,
got
Tracy.
what's up, my dear? She in the car. Oh, girl. I'm not killing y'all. My back is hurting me so damn bad. I think it's from I went outside and I was up and down looking under the house at that baby kitten and playing with it. And Mikey, did you get the pictures of it?
Yeah, I did. It's a cute little thing.
It is. That's Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah. Now Rocky has looks like he has some little nuts, and if he ends up not being a Rocky, well, then it'll be a Rockette or something. But as far, I mean, I've been pretty good at telling when some people can't tell if they're boys or girls, but I'm
Mm,
usually pretty good at it. Pretty good. It's hard to tell when they're babies,
it is hard to tell. I can't tell.
and then when they get neutered, they don't have no nuts. They look like a female.
Hmm.
Tracy's brother ain't got no nuts. Bless his heart.
Well, I always take mine and have them neutered, but
Yeah. Hey, Angel. That was nice. I don't like subways. Happened to me today was that I passed 1,000 subs. Oh, congrats, Angel. Do you have your hours yet? I just got I'm under review for being monetized. I'm waiting on that. I've got well over the 4,000 you need, and I'm excited about that. So I'm kind of happy. It's not that I really want to be monetized. It's more or less, I don't know what I want. At this point, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, it would be nice.
I guess so. I mean, but they say that they won't even consider it if you age restrict your videos or your live streams. So I mean, you have to kind of age restrict these live streams. You have to.
I haven't heard that. I don't know.
It's in the thing. It's in the rules. And I was like,
Okay.
it kind of pissed me off. I told Tracy, I said, it's not fair because they put it down there as a choice for you if you know what you're talking about or whatever to age restrict it, and we should be able to age restrict it because there's kids on. They allow kids on YouTube,
Yeah.
so if you allow kids on YouTube, we should be allowed to age restrict our videos and stuff without it being, re- uh, without getting, condemned for it by not being allowed to, monetize that certain video or whatever. Because all mine are lives and stuff. I got videos, but most of mine are live.
Hmm.
How many hours do you have, Angel? You know where to go check that, right? I got a headache today, and I know what that is because we do need rain, but I don't want it to rain right now. Um, phone went off. Let me see if I can get this in. Look and see who sent me. Oh no, it was just a tweet. Juice, my randomness had sent out a tweet. Oh, it's because of that. Okay, it's something I participated in that new video he made,
Hmm.
and he had said something because I said I sure wished the person that you know messed with me or raped me basically did not would have said took it no when I said no.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched this video yet. I started to, and something came up, and I had to turn it off. I got to go back and watch it.
It's real good. Real good. I enjoyed it, and it showed everybody that was in it. It shows exactly. I mean, what how they say it and what they said, and I think he does some good stuff. He really does. He edits things well. I like Juice.
He does that one he did with y'all singing in it was great.
It really was. It was great. We enjoyed it. We had fun doing that. Me and Shannon Rose had so much fun, and it looked like we were together. It was so funny,
Hmm.
so funny. So, Angel, what is the deal? Do you like Subway, or is that like walking distance, or to you? I just don't like Subway. I don't know why. I I just don't like it. Do you like Subway, Mikey?
Some of it, I'm not crazy about it, but I can eat like the Italian,
Oh yeah,
be something.
BMT.
Yeah,
Is that
B
it?
and T. Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one too.
When we had the lived on, well, we had a condo on Dolphin Island, and
Hmm.
there wasn't many restaurants right on the island, so there was a Subway there, so I had to get used to it.
Cool. I just when I do eat one, the only kind I eat is that one.
Hmm.
I'm funny about what I put on it too. I'm just real funny about it. Let's see. I just don't like them. I just don't like 'em. Subway. Okay, it's walking distance. I hear you, Angel. What kind do you like, Angel? It was hot as hell here today, y'all. Hot as hell. You hear me?
It's been humid here,
Well, that too.
cloudy. I mean, the sun hadn't been out, but it's been just really sticky.
Well, look. I wouldn't mind that. No, I would mind that. I wouldn't mind if the sun had not come out today. That would have been perfectly fine with me. That would have been great. I'm just okay. So what is it? Chicken bacon ranch. Cool. I, it would have to be. I do like the Italian, but that's the only that place that that I'll eat like a. Now I'll tell you, I do like Domino's has these hot subs, and
Hmm.
they have an Italian one that's freaking great. It's so hot when it gets to you, and it's so great. I love it. They're good.
Hey, Juice.
Juice. Oh my god, I love you. Are you? Is your friend still here, Juice? I just love me some juice. Juice, I love the video. My God, the video is amazing. It was great. It really was. Well, I didn't even know it. I went onto Twitter because I don't sit on Twitter all day. I kind of I went in and I kind of turned off all the notifications so I didn't have to listen to that all day long every 2 seconds because it kept going off on the computer last night. Anyway, so I kind of shut those down, and then I just don't go to it. I don't, you know, I'll go look at it every now and then if I'm gonna post something. That's it. I just can't. Twitter has gotten to where it's just as bad. YouTube drives me crazy. I'll be honest with you. People, YouTube literally, and I still have a YouTube. It's for family. It's for family and a few people that I know on YouTube, but they drive me crazy over there because people tell their life story over there, and I mean, come on now, from the time you get up and belch or fart or whatever in the mornings until you do it before you go to bed, I don't care. You know, I don't care. And that's why I think I just gets kind of upset about the Facebook, and then there's a lot of drama on Facebook too.
I do not go to Facebook much at all.
Hey Bradley, how you doing? No, Facebook is just a lot of drama on there. Everybody just telling their business and then fighting with people on there. And is Mariska here?
Yeah, so
Hey Mariska, I'm so glad you came back. It's good to see you. You have 24/8/29 in watch minutes. Yeah, you're gonna need like I can't even remember how many. I think Bradley knows how that works, but I think you need something like you need a lot more than that. I can tell you that. I don't remember how many I have, but I know it's well over that. I'd have to ask Bradley. Uh, we had a lot of fun being in that video. Jeez, we really did. Oh, he's just right next to you. Oh, juice. He's snoring. Yes, Mikey is on the show tonight because Tracy had to work late and she's driving home at the moment. And you get to hear Mikey's voice. Isn't that amazing, right, Juice?
oh no,
Mikey's got that southern drawl, real southern,
real southern.
real southern. So funny. Oh my God.
I'm gonna have a complex about talking now.
I can't wait to catch up with you. Oh, property missing you. Oh, I cannot wait to catch up with you, Juice. It's going to be amazing. We want to hear everything. We see all the pictures, but we want to know everything.
Wednesday. Okay.
So, like, you know, when you're coming to America and all that stuff. Coming to America. do. Diva Dave, how you doing, Dave?
Hey, Diva Dave.
Oh, Mikey, did you hear TPG?
What'd he say?
Love your Darren Chris pick, Mikey. I know he kind of sexy looking, isn't it? That is so funny. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. It is one of them sexy kind of pics. I didn't know who it was. At first, I thought, is that Mikey? And I went, well, no, Mikey ain't going to put his real pic up there like that. I didn't think you would anyway.
I did by accident one night. Tracy snapped it.
I think now I know what you look like, what you really look like. I don't know why you don't put it up there.
Just don't want to dox myself.
Oh, my goodness. These folks know what I look like. I don't give a damn.
Tracy just walked in. Hey, Tracy.
Tracy's fixing hair. Meow, meow, meow. I am good now, thank you. Felt lonely for a few hours earlier. Oh, um, Diva Dave, I'm doing good. I went out and checked on the little kitty, and then Mama's taking very good care of it. Like she was mad because I pulled it from under the house and played with it, so she popped me a little bit, and then she took it and pulled it back under the house, and she's being very cautious. She won't even let it come from under the house. So I guess I was talking to Mikey about that. I guess they speak to each other. I don't know because the kitten won't come out of the house from under the house. It's crazy.
The mama cat's afraid to let it out now.
I
She's
know.
traumatized.
I know. And when she's eating, I moved her. I moved her food bowl to the front too. And when they she, I mean, they're well, when they're eating, they're most vulnerable. They can't. They're constantly looking
Hmm.
because that's when they anything can walk up on them. She will just scarf down a little bit of food and not take very long to do it, and then she's back under the house.
Mm.
Yeah, she's very very
Scared
quick.
to death.
Hi, Kitty, how you doing? But yeah, she wouldn't let her. I mean, she would not let him come out. It was like I pulled him out of there, and he was so happy to see me, and he was crawling up, on my shirt and everything. And I mean, I put him down,
Oh,
and she took her paw and I scooped him back under there. TPG said, "Is that Darren Chris pick from the Versace show?"
I have no idea. I got it offline. I have no idea.
Ooh, I didn't even know who that was. I'm tell y'all the truth. I really thought that was Mikey. I'd love to stay and hang out with you.
That is me. He's my lookalike.
Somebody else is playing Family Feud tonight. Cool. I know the Les plays Family Fuel. Family Fuel. Family Feud. You stupid. Mine does that too, Kitty. Mine does that crazy mess too. Oh, you seen the video was great, wasn't it, Kitty? Darren played in Glee and Versace. Wow, Mikey, you ought to be super rich. What you
Mm,
are? You don't forget to pick us up now.
I don't, yeah, I don't know where the money went.
all, all that hanging out and buying everybody stuff. That's
All
what
that
did it.
alimony I'm sending out.
That's it. All that child, it's all that child support.
The child support. Oh gosh.
It very much so. It really was. I did his first video, Kitty, and I had the best time on that first video. It was so much fun. And then this one, as Kitty knows, this one had a lot of meaning for me, and I just wish the person that had did the stuff they did to me would have took no as a and left me alone. But it didn't work out that way. So, uh, you know, I know it don't work that way now for a lot of women and even men. I believe men can be raped, and yeah, I do. I mean, I don't. I've heard people say, "How could a man be raped?" But I, I, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I know men that have been raped. So you know what I mean?
Well, I'm kind of in between on the issue, really. I really don't know.
What you mean by you in between?
Well, I mean, I've had some issues that stuff has happened to me. Then
Hmm.
doctors tried to tell me I was abused and molested and all that. But then I've talked to other people, where I work, and they say, well, it's kind of a hard thing because actually, if you put yourself in that situation and you know you're
You deserve it.
no, you're kind of anticipating it to happen.
Oh, not me.
Uh, I mean, there's different types, and I kind of relate that to my situation. I think I put myself in that position hoping that something would happen
Yeah,
because I was, experimenting and questioning my sexuality and all that. So, of
Mikey,
course,
I
it
know.
did.
Yeah, I know this story though, but
Oh
you
yeah,
were very young. You were
I was
young.
real young. I was real young. Yeah.
That was still somebody taking advantage. I don't care. To me, now that's just the way I looked at it.
Well, it was both. It was them taking advantage and then me putting myself out there.
Yeah, but still, nobody deserves that. I don't care.
Well, no, they would have went to jail, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, nowadays, years ago, your husband couldn't go to jail for nothing like that. Husbands could not go back, couldn't go to jail for rape.
They
Matter of
can,
fact,
yeah.
yes, they can. They said, matter of fact, they said, when you're married, your husband, that's his to take. You can't rape your wife. That's not true. It's just not
And
true.
I tell you something else. I know a boy that served 2 years in prison for statutory rape because his fiance's parents turned him in to the cops. He served his time and got out, and they got married.
But wasn't it like some situations, like when there's okay, say the girl is 17 or 16, and the boy is 17 or 18, and they dating. I I think that kind of takes, when they have to forever be listed as a sex offender when they're dating and the family knows they're dating. I think that's not right. That
Yeah.
that happens all the time. Um, can you see the chat, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm fixing to answer Kitty.
Okay, I was making sure because I didn't know if you've seen it or not.
I know when it's an unwanted pass or unwanted move, sure, that's molestation or rape, but there are situations where you put yourself out there that is kind of questionable to me.
I know, but I think you're quick. I think you're just being hard on yourself, Mikey.
And as working around counselors and stuff, I see that they also plant ideas in people's head a lot,
Yeah,
and get people thinking things may have actually happened that really didn't.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
Well, I see it, so
I know mine happened because I can plain as day remember being molested. I was 5 years old. I was in kindergarten.
oh
I,
my gosh.
I
Mm.
plain as day, just as if it was yesterday. I can see everything that was done to me. I can feel everything that was done to me.
That's horrible. That's just a trauma. That's horrible.
Yeah, and it's and nobody would ever be able to convince me otherwise because I know it happened. I know how long it went on. It went on till I was 12 or 13 years old, and that's when I told her that it wasn't right, and no. I,
Yeah.
but they do threaten you. Now, I will say this: they do threaten you with things. even in the rape situation, they threaten you.
Hmm.
Now, my ex husband straight up told me, you can't do shit. We're married. So
Hmm.
I agree with you, Kitty. He's being too hard on himself.
Well, I held it in for years and years and years and didn't tell anybody because I guess I was afraid really to say anything about it.
Yeah, people. Hey, paranormal mama. I Well, that was like me. I held on to it for years, but it was always in the back of my brain. And every time I see this person, which was a family member, I would literally just cringe. Um, I told my husband now he knew, and I told my daughters when they were probably in their 20s, um, mid 20s. I told my daughters they were so angry, just angry. Um, one of my daughters, this was her, it was her dad when I was raped, and she didn't get mad or anything because she knew what kind of man that he was capable of being.
Hmm.
And he drank a lot, and I'm not even going to, I mean, that's no excuse. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's no excuse.
No, it's not.
But
Well, I'll tell you something else too that people say is not uncommon. I became good friends with this person and stayed lifelong friends
really,
until he passed away. He was 20 years older than I was,
yeah,
but he passed away probably about 5 years ago. But we stayed friends my whole life.
wow, that is crazy.
And when I've talked to my counselors about it, they say, well, that's kind of normal. Sometimes people do that.
Right. Huh. I've never, I guess I've never, I guess I've never heard of that. I don't know.
Oh, well, it wasn't a violent situation, and it only happened one time.
Hmm.
And from then on out, it was just more. He was always kind to me, and
Hmm.
always tried to be a friend. So,
But, but afterwards, was it like, did you think of it? I mean,
very rarely I ever thought about it again.
yeah, I still hate to hear that. I just hate anybody to have to go through anything like that. It's just one of those things I hate. I see a lot of people that's.
But see, I was questioning. I had questioned my sexuality and all that, and he was the one that kind of brought me out. I guess you call it. I mean, and he kind of walked me through the steps all the way up into my early 20s.
Right.
Uh, so I guess that's why we became good friends.
I guess it's when when you don't, and I don't know because with me being straight, I don't know this, but I'm saying
Mhm.
it it has to be rough when you're questioning your sexuality. You're questioning it,
Mhm.
and you and I know people experiment. My daughter told me that. She said, "Mama, you would not believe in school, um, the people, the women that experiment." And I was like, you
I
know,
think more people experiment than want to admit it. I think a lot of they hold stuff down and they have thoughts that they're not going to admit. But in psychology classes, we were kind of taught that it's on a like a sliding scale. There's no hard heterosexual, no hard homosexual. You're somewhere on that scale.
right.
Um, and you can change throughout your lifetime. You can slide either way on that scale also.
Well, you know what I thought was so stupid? These people that were sending their children to these boot camp things to teach them not to be gay.
No, I disagree with all that too. I mean, you're
That was
gonna be who
crazy.
you're gonna be who you're gonna be. There's no getting around that.
Yeah. It, I watched a documentary about that. It made me sick. The things they were doing to these women and these men, and it reminded me of exorcism. You know,
I would call that child abuse myself, but
it's horrible. The things they did to these people, and what did it do? It didn't change anything. I did see I saw this one man say, "Oh, it showed me that I was not gay, and now I have a wife and kids." But you know, hey Crystal, how you doing? Hadn't seen you in a long time, honey. Um, but my deal is, you know, I guess that's just something you can't. If someone is gay, you can't make them not be gay,
no, I mean, for me, I can only speak for myself. I'm always going to have those thoughts.
right?
So I agree with that.
I agree with you, Kitty. I agree with you. I'm good, paranormal mama. How are you? It's just let's see. Hi Willow. It's good to see you. I truthfully yeah, I just don't believe in all that. I think that if your child comes to you and says and I'll have to say my my daughters told me if their child came to them and said I'm gay, they would say they would what okay, you know,
Hmm.
what do you want me to say? You're still accepted. You're still my child. Um, just like when Tiffany told us she had had a biracial baby.
Hmm.
Okay, that's still our grandbaby.
Sure.
What did people want? Did they expect us to say, "Oh, well, we can't have nothing to do with that baby because that's no, it don't. That's not. That is just meanness. That's meanness." So
Well, like you and I talked about it, touched base about it a little bit on the phone today. About coming out and all that. And I told you if I had it to do all over again, I wouldn't have done it. With my parents,
right,
because it didn't do me any good. It wasn't this great relief. It wasn't this huge burden off my shoulders.
right.
It was more, I felt like I hurt them unnecessarily because what I do in my private life and my business is my business, and I didn't really, I shouldn't have advertised it to them, I guess.
Well, you shouldn't have had to worry about it though. They should
No.
have.
Well, I
They
mean,
should.
and they just don't agree with it, but it didn't change the fact that they love me. Um,
That's a good thing.
but they're not going to change their core belief system.
Right. It's because of the way they were raised.
Yeah, they're Southern Baptists, Southern
I
people.
do. I do. I'm there.
Yeah.
And
So when I see all these, I mean, I don't. It's a touchy subject, so I don't want to touch on it too much. But I just worry about when I see these young kids struggling with it and people pushing them to go one way or the other. You know, I think people should really follow their own heart and not listen to other people.
well, I've seen people these young kids commit suicide because they can't decide are scared to go with the way they feel.
Yeah.
That bothers me a lot. It really
Well,
does.
they do. It's a big issue. Suicide, teenage suicide over that.
I just think it's wrong. That's just one of these things I think is wrong.
And there's a big issue with homeless teens too that get kicked out when they
Um,
do come out.
oh, I could never do that to my child. Do you hear me? Ever, ever.
It's big in every city.
I could never put my child on the street. Do you hear me? Never.
I couldn't either, but there's some people that are just unreal.
Me too, Willow. I don't like labeling people at all, and I've said that
I
on one of.
don't like labels either.
I have a live stream. I mean, I was on Uber, telling my story on Uber about being molested and raped, Willow, and I told her that that's how I was. I did not like to label people because why couldn't we just call everybody human beings, you know? But people won't do that, you know. They call everybody, they label everybody.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I have people that know me and they say, "How's your biracial granddaughter?" Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm.
I got 15 grandkids. Why don't you just say, "How's Madison?" Or, you know, why do you want to say biracial up in there? The stupidest shit I've ever
It
heard
is
in my
stupid.
life.
I believe I'd say about like the rest of your granddaughters or any of my other granddaughters.
It's very
I would
aggravating to
bite their head
me.
off. I mean, I have no patience with people. The older I get, the worse I get too.
I hear you. Thank you, Kim. Kim, I heard a man tell his son on an episode of Hoarders that he believes one thing and his son believes another, but we will still love each other. Those words freed his son to live his life. Oh, that's sweet.
Well, that's basically what my parents told me. They still love me, and it wouldn't change the fact. They just didn't agree with it.
Right.
And they've
And you,
accepted my friends, you know.
right.
They just called them my friends.
Well, you know, you can agree. I mean, you don't have to agree with what people do,
No, you
but
don't.
just don't harp on them and don't, you know, rub it into them or start shit with them or, you know, when you sit up and ride people and ride people and ride people, you're pushing them over the edge.
Hmm.
I don't believe in that. Biracial, disgusting. Da, 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 da. What do you mean, Diva Dave? You mean the way for them to say that?
Yeah, the way they say that it is kind of disgusting. I think too. They're just trying to, I don't know, rub it in. It sounds like or something.
Yeah, I mean, they could have said, "How's your granddaughter?" and I would have went,
Yeah,
"Which
how's
one?
your grandbaby?
Which one?" Oh, I've got, you know, because I've got 10
But and
granddaughters.
two, I look at that too as that person's age that asked you that. You know, Debbie, raised in the South, we're around it all the time. The older generation are terrible about stuff.
But this wasn't older, honey.
Yeah, well, see, they knew better, but the
Yeah,
older
they did.
generation didn't know any better.
No,
That's just the way they taught.
yeah. Well, this person knew better because they were in their 40s. So, I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, they knew better.
Knew a lot damn better.
Yeah.
And it just things happen like that. She's actually, she's a beautiful girl. And she's in college right now. She's a junior. And she's dating um, one of the football players for the Arkansas Razorbacks. So
Well,
she's
my
in.
niece is mixed and just beautiful girl.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
But
Looks beautiful.
nobody's ever said anything to me about it. So,
You're lucky. I
um,
don't have anything negative said to me because I can be real ugly about grandchildren. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? I can be real ugly. Um, but because I would never ever say something so horribly disgusting to people. You know, anything about somebody's grandchild. You know,
Mhm.
you're
No,
right, Willow. You're right, Willow. Yep. I mean, like mention it in that way. Oh, okay. I don't know that they. Well, I guess. Well, the way she said it, she was wanting to know about that granddaughter in particular. But my deal is, it may be that granddaughter in particular, but you could have said the one that lives somewhere else or the one that so whichever one daughter's daughter. You didn't have to say that. I didn't even answer that damn woman.
mm, yeah.
Hold on. Hey Mike, I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna turn my mic off for a second, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. I guess somebody came in. Trying to read, catch up on the side chat. It's kind of small. Oh, that's great, Kitty. You gonna walk in the Rainbow Coalition together? It's been good, Tracy. I just really haven't done much. I stayed outside most of the day with the cat. She would not come in. She wanted to stay outside. Every time I brought her in, she cried to go back out. And then I talked to Debbie for, gosh, probably seemed like 3 hours on the phone. She sent me pictures of the little kitty, Rocky, and just kind of had a relaxing day. And yeah, Roxy, I put a little video up this morning. She was mean as can be, wanting to play. So I took her to the RV and she played on the bed and bit me all over and done her little routine. You worked a lot of hours today, didn't you? It's just a short video, Tracy. Just something I was bored and said, well, I'll just shoot Roxy and put her on YouTube doing my baby talk. Was it hot today, Tracy? I love cats too, Tracy. They're my favorite pet, I think. I've always loved cats. Kiwanis Kitchen. Hello. Oh, Tracy, I rewatched the stream from last night. I put it on the big screen TV. Oh my gosh, I had to turn it off. I can't stand my own voice. I don't know. It may probably just me, but I've always hated answering machines and anything where I could hear my voice. My name is Mikey Kawana. Mikey Mike. Thanks, Paranormal Mama. Just a southern boy. I think everybody does, Kim, or most people. Oh, what did you imagine, Dave? Diva Dave? I'm curious now. Nice to meet you too, Kawana.
Is Kawana in here?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Kawana. I had to decide what I wanted to eat. My husband's been working all day, and he went to work at like 5 this morning, then just got home a little while ago, and all day, like 15 hours yesterday.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh, paranormal mom.
What'd she say?
She said my voice sounds like a superhero character coming to rescue.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Mr. Flame.
Mr. Flame. Did you say that, Mikey?
I said it.
So bad. I
Oh,
am good, Kiwana. I had a good time talking to you today, Kiwana. I had a hilarious moment with my darling mom earlier. I love when they say mom. I love that.
mom.
My mom around to cook her neighbors, learn plant-based food, etc. We got into a conversation about cross-contaminating. My mama does. Let me tell you, girl. My mama does this stuff. Like she'll say, "Did you wash your hands?" Yes, mother. Did you let that cool down before you put that into the freezer? Yes, mother. Did you store that in a freezer container? Yes, mother. She's so funny about stuff, I tell you. Oh, Lord, Lord.
I call my mother mother. It's
See, I,
always been that.
I say mother, but like it, it depends on like what, like that, in that conversation, I said, yes, mother. Most of the time, I say mama. Um, because my mama has always been my best friend throughout my life.
Hmm.
And when I lost my daddy, it kind of just, you know, that leaves me with my mama. And I don't want, you know, when you're born, you're going to die. You know that. My daddy suffered bad. He had pancreatic cancer.
Oh, that's bad.
It was bad. He weighed 160 pounds. And when the day we buried him, he weighed 110. He was 6'1".
Mm.
Yeah, and I tell you, I hold on to my mama real tight. Hey, Deborah,
I don't blame you. I hold on to mine too. I am super close to my mother.
she called Hungarian. She meant vegetarian, a vegan. Oh my God, a Hungarian. That is too funny.
Hungarian.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
She called me a Hungarian. She meant that. That's funny.
It is.
Mm.
I know it is, Kawana. I can't wait to see Kawana's new video. She's gonna be uploading tomorrow. Me too, kitty. I'll say mom sometimes. I'll say mama. I say mother, mommy. It just depends on which, I guess, the mood I'm in. And like when I'm missing my daddy, I call her mama. I'm real close. I always say mama.
Well, my brothers always call my mother Mama, and he called my grandmother Grandma. But I've just always called her mother and grandmother.
I called now in the South, and I don't know if over there, I don't know if Georgia y'all do it, but I called my one of my grandmas Granny, and I called the other Mama. What one was my granny, the other was my Mama,
I've heard them.
and you heard that.
Yeah, and nanny.
I'm a nanny. My grandkids call me Nanny, and you'll know it too. Like we'll be in the store, and I know people are wondering. You get some of these rich people, and they're looking at me like, "Are you the nanny?" I go, "No, I'm not the damn nanny. I'm their grandmother. Come on." And I always make sure they know that too, because I say, nanny, buys her grandbabies anything they want.
Oh,
Say it loud. I don't do that. I, if I, I'll take them to the dollar store. I got 15 of them. You have to
yeah.
draw the line somewhere. Christmas gets real expensive around here.
And you're blessed with grandkids, aren't you?
I'm definitely blessed. I'm
Well, my
definitely
grandmother
blessed.
had, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, she probably had 40 or 50.
Oh, now I have to draw the line there. Now, great grandkids, I don't want them coming yet. That already could happen, but they've been real good and keeping to the business, and so
Well, my grandmother was 95, and I think she was a great great grandmother. Um,
mine was too.
I know we
My
took a picture, and it was 5 generations. I know.
Us too. Us too. When my kids were born, my great grandmother was alive, and it was my great grandma, my grandma, my mother, me, and my son. There was 5 generations,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a rarity. That
It is.
don't always happen.
Mm-mm.
And I was close to my grandparents. I have to say, I I I kind of saddens me to see children lose their parents when they're young. The parents are young, and then it saddens me when they don't know their grandparents because you miss out on so much. Not.
Mm-hmm. I was close to my mom's, that side of my grandparents. The other side I didn't see very often,
Oh,
so
Willow, that's so sweet.
it wasn't that close.
That's cute. He
Let me see.
shortens it to monster. Oh my god, that's so cute. Did you see that, Mikey?
I'm trying my chat to quit scrolling. I'm scrolling down. Nanny monster. Oh my goodness.
Kiwanis got grandbabies too. I call my grandparents Mammy and oh my god, Deborah, oh my god, do you know what?
Pappy.
Um my my husband, my grandkids called his mama and daddy Mammy and Pappy. And that is so crazy because they'll say the little ones, my daughter was 4 when her pappy died, and she remembers him, but not real good.
Mm.
But the he was a great man. Just a great man. And Mammy and Pappy. That's the first time I've heard that from anybody else. That brings back memories because Pappy's been dead since '92, and Mammy died. It was a year in April.
Mm.
Y'all, my daddy will be dead 7 years on the 30th, and I not looking forward to that. Hey, technical, I'm sorry I missed you. It's always a bad day for me.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't ask for subs. I love my grandbabies. I wouldn't. I tell you, I, Miss Kitty. Do you know that Addie's fart video teaching me to fart has almost close to 300 daggum views? And she's so excited. She said this. She said yesterday, "Oh my God, I'm YouTube popular. I'm popular on YouTube." I didn't want to tell her that wasn't really a whole lot of views, but hey, for a little kid, it was.
That's
No, that my husband's mom and dad they were called Mammy and Pappy. I call my grandparents um Papa and Mama, and then Granny and Papa. It's crazy, different things. And now one of my grandsons, um, he calls his grandmother, his dad's mama. He calls her Yaya, and it took her a long time to decide what she wanted to be called. And I think that's Greek for grandmother. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it is.
hmm.
Is Diva Dave leaving us? Good night, Diva Dave. We love you. Sleep good.
Night day. Gosh, it's got to be really early in the morning for him.
Yeah, he's in Denmark. Is
Yeah,
that
then
that's what I thought. How many?
Probably about 6 or 8 hours ahead of us.
How many? What she have, Debbie? How many babies did she have? Wait a minute, Kim. Retype that, or
How
can
many
you?
views? How many views did
Oh shit! No wonder. See you. I can't. You mean views? I think it's 200 and. Let me see. I can look myself.
that's good. I mean,
Two
I'm
hundred and sixty something maybe. I may be wrong. I'll go look on it. Was she always gets me to look it up, and my grandson was said, well, two of those views was me because I watched her, So two of them views was me. I was like, well, that's real nice of you to do that to her. Watch your sisters. Let me see. I'll tell y'all how many she's got. She's messing. I'm telling you, she's not scared of that camera or nothing. She's not camera shy. She's got. I'm gonna click on here so I can stop it so nobody hears it.
she's cute as a button.
Thank you. She's got 200. Looks like 280.
Goodness.
I know. Can you believe it? 280.
Great. Maybe I need to do a fart video.
Let me tell y'all something. When that kid did that, I laughed so hard I was crying, literally crying. She said, "Doesn't that sound like a fart, Nanny?" I said, "Yes." Where did you learn that? She said, "My Bubba," and it being Caden. I said, "I don't know where he learned that from, but my God,
Oh, they pick stuff up early.
do what?"
I said they learn all this stuff so early, this silly stuff.
I know. I don't know where they seen that, but she took that straw and she said, "You can also put it under your arm." And I said, "Oh, I'm not putting that under my armpit."
She probably saw it on YouTube.
I don't know. My grandson can come up with some stuff, y'all.
Mm.
Oh my God. Kids are funny though. They are hilarious. I love little kids. I like spending time around them.
Hmm.
They'll teach you stuff.
Oh yeah.
They literally will teach you things and just they make you laugh. I bought her a little at the Family Dollar. They had this little sets of things for $5, and one was like a scrapbook set, and the other was like a paper doll set. People don't know what paper dolls anymore, but different little things. Well, she wanted. I told her she could have two of them. She said, "No, I just want that one." And I thought, well, most kids would have said, "Yeah, I want them too." But she said, "I just want that one." So she got that. And I got out all my, like crystals and different, I mean, crystals, gems and gemstones and stuff I have that I do my crafts with. And
Hmm.
I got my Mod Podge out so that she could glue it on and then go over it with the Mod Podge and then it would stay there and be pretty. She got two of I mean, she took a picture of herself and at the bottom of it, it said, "I love you." It was the sweetest thing. I think she's probably going to give it to her mama.
No.
She's sweet as she can be.
Hmm.
She's a sweet little old thing. My grandbabies and I love all things. Yeah, I know, Willow, right? They'll come, no lie, my grandkids will be here and they'll come running into where I could be in the kitchen, wherever. They'll come running in, and one of them will raise their leg up and I'll say, "Oh my God, why'd you do that? I saved that one for you, Nanny. I saved it for you."
Oh gosh. Huh. That's funny.
Kids are funny. It is. It's something about farts that a kid just gets so literally excited about. I don't know what it is. She really is it, and she kitty. She was like so relaxed. She acted like she was this this theater major, or that she is theater. And she was like just telling us how to do the fart, and then she went on to tell everybody how to do the what do they call it, the flossing, the dance. And I'm like, she never even batted an eye, and I'd have been up there going, yeah, and she didn't. especially with what she was talking about. And she was dead serious, dead serious. It
Hmm.
was funny, funny, funny.
It's I guess they don't care what people think, and they're not self conscious. I wish we could all be that way.
I know, I know, I know.
Hmm. Trying to read what Tracy just wrote.
Tracy, people that lie, okay, lie, that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm going to be honest. I get, I even tell my grandkids about this. I would rather you tell me the truth and me get mad about it and we work through it than to sit up and lie to me and me find out later that you've been lying to me all this time because it's not going to be, I mean, with my grandkids, that's different. Everything with my children, I work out. But if it's somebody else, it's not going to be so easy if you sit up and depending on what the lie is. But why should you feel that you need to lie to somebody?
Hmm.
That's just the way I feel. There's no reason to lie to people. You know, I'm having to lie a white lie to my grandbabies, and y'all, I don't want to do it, but they're gonna ask where these
Well, that's
kittens
for
are.
protection. I don't blame you there.
Yeah, but you know, I'm gonna tell them this, and I think it'll be all right. I'm gonna tell them that they went to a they went to a better home.
Yeah,
You know, they went to a good home, and I think that
that would be good.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah,
Just turned 50 and the
and
worst is
I'll tell lies to friends, cutting up and joking, and we have this thing around us. All our friends cutting back and forth will say, "You lie like a cheap rug,"
yes.
just playing because we catch one another in them all the time, just cutting up.
Yeah, especially when people are open social media. Especially when people are well, people on social media. I tell you what, I ain't there's a lot of meanness on YouTube. I have never seen so much hateful meanness to people. Um, it's crazy.
Exactly. You've got that safety of the computer screen between you.
Yeah, you can hide. You can hide.
You can hide.
I just couldn't do it. With me, I'm just so I don't. I just will tell you. If you ask me, I will tell you the truth. And that I don't want to hurt your feelings by no means. But if you ask me, I will tell you. Um, now, if you, I, I don't. If you ask me if you were ugly, I don't think I would ever be mean because I don't look at people like that really. Um, because there's always not. There's always things with people that are are beautiful. You know, there's
Hmm.
not everybody is. Nope, everybody's different. We were
Yeah.
all born different. You know, God didn't intend us all to look the exact same.
No, he didn't.
So it's kind of, you know, we wouldn't be attractive to the same people. I mean, you can think about that. If we all look the same, we couldn't be attracted to
Mm-mm.
the. You got to have something different to look at.
And there's a difference too, but with people you get closer to online,
Right.
you may feel more comfortable with telling them things that you wouldn't tell somebody else that you may beat around the bush or stretch the truth or whatever. But just out and out lying to deceive somebody or hurt them, that's totally wrong.
Yeah, there is a lot of people out here that are very mean and deceitful, and I mean, you hear it every day. I I go around and I listen to random YouTube channels. You're right, Willow. I mean, it's the truth, and it's scary. I go around and I do listen to random YouTube channels, and I mean, I'm telling you guys, everyone I go in, just about, except with the exception of y'all, with y'all, most of y'all on here that
Hmm.
I've been to, I hear crap, about it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And some of the, you got to know that some of these chats that I go in, I don't know who these people are that they're talking about. I have no clue because I don't follow them. I'm just trying to check out and new channels.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know what? it just these people, it's no different. And everywhere they're all the same.
Well, I agree with what Tracy typed here about lying and then turn around and do right the opposite on Twitter, and it's totally different. It catches up with you, and people's going to investigate if it comes back around if you're deceiving somebody.
I agree with Kitty though. I agree with Kitty 100%.
Let's see what she said.
It gives me a headache, Kitty, and I'm gonna tell you the truth that I've had my stomach upset for it. I haven't been able to eat because of some of it, which I could probably, I need to lose 25 pounds. I got to not eat to do it. But literally, not all joking aside, I get a headache from it, and it also gets my anxiety going. You know what I mean? Like I can have a panic attack over some of these damn live streams, literally. And then I sit up and go, do these people have empathy at all? Or do they have a heart? Because you know,
Mm. Laura, what I saw Laura type, she feels so bad. Why you feel so bad, Laura?
she said she was sick earlier, or she felt bad.
She went horseback riding today, didn't you?
It was probably 100 daggum
Oh,
degrees.
it got too hot.
And some people can't even keep up with their lies.
Mm-mm. Need a briefcase.
You're right, Kitty. You're right. That's true. They don't. I mean, they don't really know. They just know what they think they know. Laura, don't feel bad about that. I told you it was fine. She hasn't said nothing else. She she's still waiting on Shannon's box. See, so she's fine. It'll be a surprise for her when she gets it. She's got her cards at her house, um, on her table by her bed, and then she's got she took the toys. Painted Row gave her some toys, and they were so cute, little things, and she put them in her with her toys at her house. I told her she could take them home. Often, however, when I see someone I care about being dragged, hurt, yeah, I will do that too. I'm like with Tracy. I'm not gonna let nobody mess with Tracy. No, 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 no. And she's like that with me. We're just eh, TPG. I mean, we're all pretty close. Shannon Rose, Mikey, we're close. We just don't, there. Well, speak of Painted Rose, there she is.
Hey, Painted.
Or May, I love Painted. We had a good night. We had a good time. I mean, we had a good chat last night. That was fun.
It was fun.
It really was.
And there's so many chats tonight going on. I was hoping maybe some more would come back, but there's so many live streams right now.
I saw where Cooper was doing something or went to some. I don't know what it was.
Tucker was live, and then Cooper will be live in a little bit. And
What I found where some people were blocked. It was on Google,
yeah,
but I wasn't Tucker.
it wasn't his channel. Well, I mean, I guess it would have had to show Tucker's stream, but he's redone them. Uh,
But wouldn't it say Tucker's chat, the name of his channel, like the other ones?
yeah, and I can't remember how it's worded. There's a couple of different ways, but it means they're all the same. One was Tucker Poon Chats, and one was Tucker Chats, and one Tucker. I'll have to look.
Okay.
But he had like three or four because he gets strikes for playing copyright music so much.
Well, I know somebody that plays that and then they delete the video. Sophie
Yeah.
Bell, no ma'am, you're not chewing on my cord. Get your behind back. Hey, you heifer. Now, I mean it. Um, So they delete them, and then that,
Hmm.
there was something Kitty said I was gonna. Hey,
He,
Liet,
he was playing good music tonight, but I'm afraid he's gonna get a. I don't know.
I can spot a person, like if I can look at you, Kitty, I can spot a bad. I get these bad vibes, and there's a lot of people on YouTube that come across as mean and everything, but when you talk to them and stuff, and they're really not that. It's. But I can look at people and I can see the devil in them. I mean, the pure damn devil in them.
I wish I could.
Well, I can. I can. It's just like I can look at them, and I don't know why that is. But it's just like I look at them and I can see the meanness in them.
You know, we were talking about the my 7 or almost 8 year relationship today.
Mm-hmm.
My mother said he was just Satan. She could see it in his eyes.
Yeah, Mama knew what she was talking
And
about
see,
then.
I didn't see that, but she told me that. She said he is Satan. Get away, run. Don't
And
look back.
and you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't.
But yet you said, I'm not gonna say what you said, but you really didn't have nothing in common with him.
No, no, just checkbook.
At least you're honest. At least you're honest. Kitty, how long you been married, Kitty? Yeah, Sophie Bell. Y'all, I went today and looked at that picture of them little kittens, and I just almost broke down, but I didn't. I just almost did it. But at least I got pictures of them, and I just feel so bad because they're fixing to, spay her, and that bothers me. But she needs to be fixed because I don't want this to ever happen again. I just hope she gets. I thought she would forget it, but I don't think she's gonna forget it, y'all.
It'll take her days, I'm sure. That was traumatizing. I know it was. She may not.
Oh,
I just don't know.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Kitty. My granny knew when people were gonna die, and I'd tell her, "Now, Granny, do not dream about me," because she would dream it, and the next day you'd hear it. It'd be crazy. The next day, she knew when my cousins had committed suicide, and before it ever even, you know, we got word that it happened, and I just always said, no, 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 don't you? I don't care. Dream about me, but don't dream I died. Oh, girl. We're going to Hawaii. If it's still, I hear you. I have a friend that lives in Hawaii. She lives on, what island is that? Oh, crap. I need to get with her. But I've been talking to her for 20, almost 20 years, and I've never met her, but we're friends. We were friends on Facebook, and then we went to, MySpace, and we're friends on Facebook. And then I have a friend in Washington State that I've known almost 20 years that I've never met, and I'm just dying to meet her too. We've just been, connected all this time.
I have a cousin in Hawaii. My aunt is going over there. I think well, they probably already left to go over there. They were living the 19th. Going to stay two
Girl,
months with him.
how long you gonna stay, Kitty? You just saw Coop's thumbnail. He looks hot tonight. He looked pretty good any night to me. He's really a nice looking. He's nice looking. But Mikey is too. But he won't let nobody see that face. I seen it before though.
Is Coop in here? I'm looking. I don't see him.
No, but that was Tracy because she been over there probably sneaking.
Oh,
Tracy, did you go over to Coop's and sneak and look?
is he look hot tonight? I'm gonna have to leave now.
No, you ain't going no damn place. You staying right here. I'll go. I'll tell you what. I'll go look real quick because I think it said something. I'll screenshot it. Don't worry. I'll screenshot it. You ain't got
Tracy
the.
trying to get me to leave, so I'll
let,
leave, Tracy.
let me see. I'm fixing to do this. Let me look. Let me pull it up.
He was sitting out in the parking lot listening to music. I don't know unless he's made it home, getting ready.
Oh, from work.
Yeah, he was in the parking lot at work listening to music a little while ago when I talked to him.
Okay, now let me go get my food. Ooh, he got look. He looked just like he did last night. Let me go get my food, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
So you make sure you keep everybody entertained. Hey Jennifer,
Hey, Jennifer.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so better stay here. I'm staying here a little hot till we go off, and then I told Coop I'd shoot over there. He's not live, is he, Tracy? Or he may be if it's 10 o'clock. I may make an early night of it tonight, though. Oh, okay. He's live already. Well, if I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. But he's usually on most of the night. Who am I missing coming in? This is hard, Tracy. I don't know how you do it. Keep up with iPad and live chat at the same time. I'm not good at multitasking. Oh, thank you, Lit. You don't want to see the real me, baby. Oh, I need to eat something too, Jennifer. Kind of, kind of feeling peckish myself. I got everyone. Kim, how's that? Until you pass out, I can see that. Bless your heart, Tracy. And got to be back in a few hours. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I was hoping you'd come up, relieve me. I'm a little nervous. Oh, I like cottage cheese too. That's good. My problem is I like any food. Oh, I don't need to go see him, Tracy. But if you want to come up, don't let me hold you back. I told him I probably wouldn't be in. If I come in at all, it'll be late over there. I've already spoke to most of the gang somewhere else earlier before Debbie came on. I know I'm going to get some sleep tonight. I was up to 4 o'clock this morning and didn't get a nap today. My cat kept me up all day. I hear Miss Debbie back.
I'm back. Are you there?
Yeah, that's good, Tracy. Yeah, we're here. Just I was reading the side chat, trying to talk a little bit.
You're doing a good job there, Mikey.
Holy hell, damn right. Says that's right, Tracy. She was a holy hell today.
Who? Oh,
Right.
Rot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She
Some days
wanted
like
she
that.
wanted to stay out all day.
And Debbie thought she was a bird screaming.
I did, y'all. I don't. I like cottage cheese if it's mixed with a I like to take those little mandarin oranges, Cool Whip cottage cheese, and the sugar-free orange Jello, and mix it together and let it chill. It's so good, y'all.
That does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
But I like cottage cheese on the side of my salad too.
Do you?
Yeah, I put a little bit on my salad.
Yeah. Not by itself. No.
And I like cottage cheese by itself. It's pretty good.
Ooh.
With olives.
With olives.
Yeah, I love olives.
I like olives, but I don't really. What kind do you like?
More the green ones, but I mean,
Mm,
I'll eat them all, but I do like the green ones the best.
me too. Me too.
Green olives, sharp cheddar cheese, and cottage cheese and crackers is a great lunch for me.
Sounds good, except for the cottage cheese. Is Paranormal Mama still in here?
I haven't saw her in a bit. Let me look back up.
She's supposed to get with me and let me know when she's gonna come on and do some ghost stories, and then I've got somebody coming up. Oh, Kitty said cottage cheese and olives sound good to her too.
It is good, Kitty. And a little glass of red wine with it. Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Tracy, no, 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 Tracy.
What'd you say?
You kidding? She said KFC starts tomorrow with a pickle flavored chicken. Oh, sandwich. Oh, girl, don't
Ooh,
you
that'll
shouldn't
be
have.
good.
Oh my God, you shouldn't have told me that. Now I'm gonna have to be like, I hope ours has it, or I'll be mad. You know I got a bag of dill pickle chips up here.
But
Y'all
I
know that.
love Chick-fil-A's with a pickle on it.
I like Chick Fil A, but this is a deal. I'm assuming it's a deal flavored chicken sandwich. I wonder how they do that. Maybe they got some deal chips to go with it. I love dill.
Cottage cheese with pickled beets.
No,
And some might be gross. No, I like pickled beets. Are good.
I can't eat a beet, y'all. My
Beets
mother,
are healthy
mm-mm.
for you.
Well, this a girl here ain't eating them. My mother loves them. I tried to taste one time. It was so nasty and vinegary, I couldn't do it.
I like just the canned beets as a side. The red ones, that you
Hmm.
open up. They're pretty good.
Ugh.
Not much taste to them, but I just think how good they are for you.
Yeah, cottage. Let's see. You guys have so many neat fast food places. You don't have any good fast food places? Chick Fil A. It's well, we get the message though, Kim.
Gosh, there's so many fast food places now around everywhere. It's just unbelievable at the restaurants and fast food places.
Right. We're getting tons of them. There's always like tons of them around.
And what gets me, I every time I pass by like the Longhorns or some place like that, they are just covered up. And how do people afford to eat out every single night?
Especially steak and stuff like
It's a
that.
$100 when you go to Longhorns, easy.
Hmm. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Mm-mm. Well,
I'm too cheap. If I had it, I wouldn't go blow it like that.
a lot of people, it's cheaper if there's two people to eat, pick up something to eat than it is to go to the grocery store and have to make.
I just don't see that, but it may be.
But you got to depends on what you make. If you make lasagna, that's expensive. But when I make lasagna, we have it for 2 or 3 days because I'll freeze it.
Mm-hmm.
Same way with spaghetti and different stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I have leftovers, and you get several days out of it.
Soup, I make soup like I made broccoli cheddar soup. I made that recipe from Panera Bread. They have the copycat recipe. It does taste just like it.
Mm.
Oh, good.
I love taco soup.
I'm making that this week too.
Oh, I just love that.
I could eat soup every day. I'm not gonna lie.
A soup is good when you're trying on a diet. It helps you lose weight. Actually,
I like cabbage soup.
I do too, or cabbage in soup. But there's a heart healthy recipe that I got from one of the hospitals,
Hmm.
and they put it on patients that are going to have the bypass surgery. You
Yeah.
can drop like 20 pounds in 2 weeks.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, but it's just really. I mean, you have to stick to that diet.
I've
Uh,
heard of that. Hmm.
it doesn't taste very good, but
Oh, you
I
talking
guess
about the cabbage soup, or you talking about what you have to eat?
it's the cabbage soup that goes with everything.
But why don't it taste good? I mean, is it?
It's just bland. It's just watery. Has no meat flavor, no nothing. It's just a real watery tasting to me.
I don't mind having mine without meat because I'm not a meat person, I um, but I like to put like beef broth or in mine.
Mm-mm.
Um, and I put like the cabbage and I put onion in it and oh my god, I think you even put carrots. I'd have to look, but I mean, I don't think that
This
would be
had
fattening.
carrots, cabbage, tomatoes, diced
Mm-hmm.
tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
cumin, onion, and the bouillon cubes. And I can't remember exactly. I think it had some celery in it.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's not the best tasting, but it does work.
I'm trying to get my chat to turn back. It's somewhere. I think I saw somebody. No, that's Kim. I'm seeing. I know we get hungry on it. I'm always eating dinner about this time because I wait so late to eat. And then
Peppered beef jerky Laura's having.
now I like those not beef jerky, but those thick ones that are pretty thick.
Slim Jims.
Yeah, I like those, but what they're pieces. I want to say they're little chunks of beef, but they're not jerky. They're thick, but I guess they're still jerky.
Hmm.
I think who's that whiskey company? I
Jack
don't.
Daniels.
Yeah, it's something Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
It's good though. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty good.
yeah, they're pretty good. I like those the little pickle sausages too.
They taste good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Hmm.
Got to be in the mood for them. I'm not a big processed meat eater like that.
Me either. What is a Malteser bar?
I have no idea.
Kim says she's eating a Malteser bar but prefer curry as there's some in the kitchen. But
Hmm.
ooh,
Sounds India.
I like curry chicken. I like that. Pepperoonies. Pepperoonies. My dog eats those. Pepperoonies. There's my daggum iPad shutting down because it wants my fingerprint, y'all.
Whoppers.
Hmm. I think that's one of TPG's down. When he sees that, he loves them things.
Whoppers.
Hmm. You talking about Whopper balls, or we talking about Whopper hamburgers?
I'm assuming those little chocolate
Yeah,
malt things. They
yeah,
are good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
can eat
like.
a whole. They come. I get them in like the look. It looks like a milk carton.
Yes.
I can eat that whole damn thing.
And Bradley can too. He talks about it all the time. He's like, I'm diabetic, I know, but I can't help myself. I gotta have these.
Hmm.
I die laughing. It's funny. I mean, well, it's not funny that you're diabetic because I'm diabetic, but it's funny. I'm just not a sweet person. Now I do have a box of sweet tarts that will last me probably 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. And I always mess with Tracy when we're on there, but she wasn't stocked up on snacks herself that day. Chocolate bars, that's Maltesers. I know Juice is supposed to be sending me and a couple other people some really good chocolate, he says, because America has sucky chocolate. That's what he told me. America had sucky chocolate. He wasn't impressed, but he said we'd be impressed with their chocolate. Cool. I think I'll be impressed too.
The milk. I'm trying to understand what Kim's saying. The milk thing. What is that? What's that? Let me read back up. Yeah, but I'm. And it has crisp bits.
Without milk? Oh,
Chocolate bar that.
she had to drink milk because I guess she has a low tolerance for spice.
Yeah, and I can eat chocolate. It gives me the headache so bad. It turns into a migraine.
I can eat milk chocolate, but very little. Um, I don't care for the dark chocolate, but I can eat very, very little of the chocolate. I don't know why.
Okay, I guess Kim's talking about those malt chocolate bars because Tracy answered said it's in balls here.
Yeah. Hmm. When I lived in Italy, they had the best candy over there. It was different, it was nothing like we have here, but it was good. I met two English girls from England over there and become good friends with them. And they were like, I guess passing through, but kind of checking out the country and everything, and on holiday. They did not have a clue what tacos were. So that night, I made. Of course, my ex-husband was there, trying to impress somebody that was not wanting to be impressed by him. I'm sure. But anyway, we made tacos, and I made some of the house dressing that we have at our El Chicos here. It's that pink looking dressing. And oh my God, they loved it. They're like, these are tacos. And I mean, they kept saying it. And I was like, tacos. And they just, we don't have these in England. I'm like, oh my goodness. She's like,
They don't have tacos.
This was back in the 80s. And she was like, at the time they didn't. So I introduced them to them, and they're like, I told her, showed them how to make them and everything. And they were like, now we know how to make tacos.
I know when I went on a trip over there, been years back, you couldn't get ice in anything. It drove
Mm-mm.
me nuts not having ice.
Nope, no ice. Everything comes out like when you get your if you get Coke or anything like that, it's always cold, but no ice. And I'll tell you something else I didn't like. When you ordered water over there, they'd bring you that fizzy water. I hated that. You'd have
Mm.
to. specify that you wanted, you didn't want the sparkling fizzy, you didn't want that, or that would be what you'd end up with. And it was gross. I could not. I'd be so thirsty, and I just couldn't go there. It was nasty.
Mm. Tonic
Okay, Tim.
water.
Do what?
Is it like tonic water? Just the seltzer?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, like seltzer water, and I was like, eh.
It's,
It was gross. I mean,
it
it
is
really,
gross.
truthfully disgusting. I mean, I hate to be that
I
way,
gotta
but
have a
what?
little alcohol mixed with mine.
Mm, well, I don't need no alcohol, but I just wanted it to taste like water. That's all. And
Yeah.
it did not taste like water, and I was a little disappointed. Mm,
Okay, Kim's gonna tweet the bar to Debbie.
good. I'm excited. I guess in different countries, though, everything is going to be different. It's
And Laura's having pizza rolls. I love those, Laura. Now I'm getting so hungry, y'all.
my grandkid. I made my grandson pizza rolls for lunch today. I said, "How many do you want?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, then you come over here and watch this plate. And when you think you have put enough on there, you let me know." I filled that plate up. I mean, all around. He said, "That's enough." I said, "Well, we can't get any more on the plate."
Mm,
He ate every one of them with barbecue sauce.
goodness.
I was like, "Caden, that sounds gross." He's like, "It's good." He loves. I don't know what his deal is. Everything with barbecue sauce.
My little nephew's named Caden too.
Oh, they probably now. Yeah, that's true, Katie. They probably do have Taco Bell, right? They liked my tacos that night. They was eating them up. I had salsa for them, and I had sour cream, and tomatoes and lettuce and sharp cheddar, and they didn't even know what you put on these things. I'm sitting up there telling them what all I put on mine, and they just loaded it up, and it was like it was cool to watch somebody that had no clue what they were eating.
I tell you something I've been trying, and it may not be any less fattening, but get the soft taco shells. You know, the package
Mm-hmm.
of flour tortilla shells,
Mm-hmm.
and I do my sandwiches in those and just roll them up.
They're good.
And I do any kind of sandwich out of it, and I feel like I'm not getting as much bread.
I like to get the spinach wraps
Mm-hmm.
and then put the stuff in it and then wrap it up too.
That would be good. Yeah.
It has a good, and you can also get like they have different flavored wraps, is what I like. And I don't think they are as fattening as bread. I'm not a big bread person either.
Well, I am, and I over the wintertime I put on a good bit of weight, and I've got to drop it.
Kim, you've never had a taco?
Oh, Kim, you don't know what you're missing, girl.
Well, where did you say you live? It's amazing these different places don't have.
Scotland, I think's where lives.
Hmm.
No, not Scotland.
Well, oh yeah, I thought you told us that night you lived in Scotland.
No, Taco Bell and Scotland. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are your some of the fast food places you do have, Kim? I liked in Italy that I could just walk down the street and there'd be a pizzeria.
Hmm.
There was one called Prosits, and oh my God, they put them in the in those ovens, and it was the best because the pizza fit on the plate just for you, and I loved it. There was something about pizza in Italy. It just any of the food that came from over there, it's just
Hmm.
you can't unless you now we have Italian restaurants here that are that are run by families, Italian families, and it is good. Um, but I'll tell you what, if you buy any of their marinara or pizza sauce or whatever, that crap's like $6 for a jar, and I'm like, not happening. I'm not
So
paying.
Kim's got basically sounds like what we've got: Kentucky Fried Chicken. I guess that's McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and a TGIF.
Hmm. Just no Taco Bell or anything. Do y'all have Mexican food over there or any type like that? I love Mexican food.
And isn't Taco Bell and KFC connected?
Somehow, yeah,
So I'm shocked that they don't have Taco Bell.
because you know Japan has all those restaurants.
Hmm.
Um, let's see.
Well, I don't know about y'all state, but here all the Taco Bells have a KFC connected with them.
Yeah, some of ours do.
And gosh, it's been a long time, but the Johnny Rockets hot dogs,
Yeah,
those things, I like to faint it when I saw the price.
are they high?
Oh my gosh, it was expensive.
I wonder where I wonder where Lynn is tonight. I haven't seen her.
I don't know. I hadn't saw Paul either.
I think he tweeted something about he was going out. You know.
Mm, yeah, I seem like I did see that. And we have the Varsity, which is a famous hot dog place here in around Atlanta.
The Varsity.
Yeah, the Varsity,
Never
and
heard of it.
it is greasy, but it is so good.
And I've heard of different like up north and stuff and like different places. When we were in Vegas, there was a hot dog place. Kitty may know what I'm talking about. I can't. Was it Red? I want to say there's something called Reds that's a hot dog place, and that may not be where I saw it, Kitty, but there is a hot dog place somewhere. Bye, Lid. Have a good night.
Nightlit.
Um, but I want to say Reds for some reason that there's one place called Reds
Hmm.
because you know how some of the hot dogs are red, like
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing I could think of. I have no
Oh,
clue. I don't have a clue.
I'm not big on hot dogs anymore.
I don't like them.
I will eat a Varsity, but that's about it.
Well, what's the big deal about the varsity?
It's just always been famous, and it's just the way they make their hot dogs. They're just so soft and so good, and they do the
Mm.
homemade onion rings and homemade pies, and
Ooh.
uh,
All right.
a lot of celebrities have eaten there. There's all kind of pictures of all the celebrities that went to Atlanta. They all eat at the Varsity.
Yeah,
They have curb service still.
I love that. I love curb service. Love it.
Nipsey Russell, Nipsey Russell, the
Uh,
actor.
I do.
He was a waiter there at one time when he was young.
I did not know that.
Sure was. There's pictures of him there, and
Wow.
oh, I can't
That's
go check my
crazy.
tweet. I saw Tracy tweet something and I missed it, but I can't check it the way I got my phone set up now.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to. I know those. It's hot dogs, and they're just famous for. And it may be California, but it seems like they're called Reds. I'm gonna look and see. I'm gonna look, and I'm gonna Google. And let's see.
And that Whataburger, I heard you mention that, and I've heard people say that is so good.
It they do have it. They do have. Back in the day when I would eat a hamburger, I have to say they did have a good hamburger because I don't do hamburgers anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but they have good chicken sandwiches too. You know. Yeah, people love those. And then Sonic, I'll have to say, Sonic does have a good too. They kind of sip, but Whataburger is the best. They have good ketchup and Chicago's hot dogs. Tracy, have you heard of that? Hot dogs.
I'll be right back, Debbie.
Okay, Hmm. Jennifer, if I even remotely touch a hot dog, it has to be on the grill. I have to cut it in two. I'm just so weird. I see that right here where it's talking about a famous hot dog place, Chicago's Hot Dogs. And I know there was a place, we've got a twisted root here, which has different kinds of burgers, like, bison and different things like that. 10 best hot dog. I just need the best hot dog places. I know I've heard of a place called Reds. I really have. It's weird, but I know it was called Reds. Why it was called Reds, I couldn't tell you. Other than maybe it's what the hot dog looked like. I couldn't tell that. I have no clue. I know they sell a lot of hot dogs at these at the stadiums. When they have ball games and baseball games and stuff, they sell a lot of them. Jimmy's Famous Hot Dogs. I don't know where that's at, but I guess it's just well, they say on Coney Island there's famous hot dog places, and I'd eat a corn dog before I'd eat a hot dog.
I'm back.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, I like corn dogs too. But when I do, if I do buy hot dogs, they have to be beef hot dogs.
Yeah, that's what I buy for around here for them to eat.
And I like
Yeah,
the ballpark franks.
I say I love Mr. Beef. I've never Al Al's and Jimmy's in Chicago for hot dogs, Polish and Italian beef.
Chicago's famous for hot dogs, aren't they, Tracy?
Reds. There is a Reds. I thought I knew there was a Reds. Chicago got. We got to go to Chicago, Mikey. They got all kinds of good food. It won't hurt to eat for a little bit.
I say that every week. It's not gonna hurt. I'll start next week.
Well, you
Oh,
don't look like you need to lose weight to me.
I do.
Well, how's your job going?
It's all right. I mean, I'm. I got my. I mean, I'm looking constantly, but
Right.
um, I'm just burnt out with it.
Yeah.
I don't need. I don't need to be there burnt out.
I told you a really good friend of mine. We've been friends since we were. She was I was 13 and she was 14. Anyway, she is an RN and she's still an RN, but she was running the psychiatric floor. She was the head honcho over there, and she finally, after like 20 years, said, "I've got to give it up. It's
Mm.
just running me ragged because the
It,
kind of things you see."
you do. It's just unreal. And some people don't want to change and don't want help, and some people. So I think some people are faking, and
But
uh,
how you prove that?
you don't. You just have to go along with it.
Do you think they come in there because they want money?
Well, yes, some of them get disability for
Hmm.
mental health issues,
And
uh,
drugs? Maybe they're looking for drugs.
and then they get drugs, and then they get assistance on their housing, and
Oh wow!
uh,
You don't have
just
a
a
problem
number
with
of
that.
different reasons. And what gets me is you have people that learn the system and know how to use it,
Hmm.
and then we get full and can't accept anymore, and then you have people that truly need and can't get in,
That's terrible.
and that's what gets to me.
Yeah, I believe there are people that truly need help, and they're the ones that get screwed every time.
It is because they don't have anybody to help them.
Mm-mm. And they cannot get medication without the money, and you can't get any help because they're not going to give it to you for free.
Mm-mm. Well, I
Now,
mean, we have programs that will help, but they've got to know how to get in and work the system. And if we're full, they can't get in.
that's so sad too, right? It is. It really is sad.
It is. And I've saw a lot of people overdose and not come back, and
Yeah. Oh,
a lot of suicide, and
that has to be bad.
you just have to kind of get hardened to that. Um, but it still affects you. I don't care how hard you try to get it, affects you.
It does. When I worked in the hospital and I had to do blood work on newborn babies, they'd be in the NICU.
Hmm.
When they would pass away, it
That's
would,
got to be hard. Whew.
oh my goodness, I would cry sometimes. I couldn't do it at work, but after work, it would be so hard. I'd be heartbroken, heartbroken,
Yeah.
because it's sad.
And like I was telling you today, the big guy that I was seeing that died,
Yeah,
uh, his sister and I were the only one at the funeral,
that's terrible.
and I just really somehow felt I just felt that wasn't that
Why? Why do
that
you
the,
think
the,
that
the
was?
that the system done. I don't know why they done him that way, because he knew a lot of people in those groups and in the housing place he was in, and
Hmm.
when I tried to get out talk to all the other co-workers and stuff, they say I just don't want to remember him. I want to remember him as he was alive, not laying in the cot. But you just don't do that. You're supposed to show your respects to somebody that dies.
I think so too. I mean,
Nobody likes to go, but it's the thing you're supposed to do. But I may be old school.
I think you should always pay respect. Especially if you while they were alive, you made sure that
Yeah, you knew him while they were alive. You should go pay your last respect.
I think so too.
And then people like at church, I'll go to the funeral home and sometimes to the funeral if it's
Yeah,
one of their family members that passed away, just to show my support to my church family.
right.
I may not know them, but I'll go up and sign the register and show up and talk for a few minutes.
Yeah, I believe in that. I think that it's just nobody likes to go to funerals or go
Mm-hmm.
to anything like that. But I, I here lately, I mean, we have lost. I mean, well, last year my husband's mom passed away last April, and November his brother passed away from cancer, and then two more firemen since have passed away from cancer that we knew. It's crazy. It's
I've
crazy.
lost so many people. I hate to even start adding them up now. I just don't even. I guess I'm just at that stage of life that I've got more gone than here.
Yeah, and it's sad. It straight up is very sad, and I guess it's my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I
Some people can handle it better than others. I mean, I'm a real emotional person. Depending on how close I am, but I'm I get tore up pretty easy at some of these funerals,
oh me too. And
and really just have to hold it in.
this is the people that I get aggravated about, and I did this at my grandfather's funeral. Okay, my grandfather, him and his sisters never really got along because they thought they were better than him because I guess they thought they had a little money because they married to some money. Well, my grandpa didn't take no crap off of him. My papa would tell them hags just what he thought about them, and they treated my mother and my aunt, he just like they were just trash.
Hmm.
So when my papa died, they gonna show up at the funeral. I mean, laying on the coffin, but oh, mother, oh God! I walked up there. I said, "Get the fuck away from Papa's casket." I didn't say it loud. I
Hmm.
said, "You didn't give two shits about him before he died, and you don't give two shits now. So get your ass on back. You're doing it for show." She
Yeah.
just looked up at me, and I said, "I'm not playing with you." And they wouldn't sat down. That made me mad.
Hmm.
You don't go to a funeral for show. Just let's put on an act now.
Well, that when my grandmother died, I was her first grandchild, and I was really close to her. And they wanted me to be a pallbearer,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I can't do it. There's no way I can do it. And
Oh, it's hard. That would
so
be
they
hard.
had enough between the grandkids that they got somebody else, but they still made me an honorary. You know, they have honorary pallbearers. So me and some of
Right.
the other grandchildren still had to sit up in the front row, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold it together.
Right.
I mean, I just had to sit there and try to focus on something else and strain to not just bust out crying out loud in front of everybody, and it was just hard.
It is. I mean, it truthfully is. I don't like, I mean, I can go to a funeral of someone I don't know and it literally, it just does something to me.
Yeah, it does.
And I feel sad. And because, you're watching families suffer. I don't like to see people suffer. And especially if they lose them to like suicides and stuff because they're asking question, why? And you can't help them because you don't have the reasons to why.
Yeah.
There is no reason why people, that because I don't think anybody really ever tells someone why they do things like that. They do, Tracy. They sure do.
And yeah, Kim, I see what you said. It's good to cry, but it's not good to get overly emotional in front of people. I don't think it kind of, I feel like it kind of, I don't know, somehow makes me look weaker, or
Oh, it doesn't.
I
It
just
don't,
don't,
Mikey.
I like to be able to control it a little bit better than I do. And I mean, I'm gotten better as I'm getting older, but it's still very hard.
Yeah, because I mean that's a good vibe. That's final,
Yeah, that's fine. That's it.
And I'm gonna tell you, I can't go to a child's. Years ago, my daughter and her, well, my daughter and my 15-year-old twin grandson's mother were best friends when they were in elementary school. And
Hmm.
they had spent the night with this little girl one night. And anyway, a couple nights later, the mother found her dead the next morning. And come to find out, she had type 1 diabetes and she
Mm,
had went into a coma and she had died from too much, too high. Sugar was too high.
mm,
And the girls wanted to, they were, I want to say, probably 10 maybe. And they wanted to go to the funeral. And my husband had to take off work and take them because I told him, I cannot go and look at a child. I just can't do it.
mm-hmm.
My niece lost her at 7, lost her best friend to encephalitis. They think it's from a mosquito bite.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Infection of the brain.
she was so scared that she was going to die when she got 7. She was a little bit younger, that she literally stressed herself out thinking that when she turned 7 she was going to die. And she, they had to take her to get her help, to get her to understand, this is this is different, this is not.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy said my cousin's almost
2 years
2 year old.
old.
Oh, that
That's
was so
horrible, Tracy.
hard. Oh my god. The hardest funeral I went to was my husband's cousin. Oh, see, I can't. Kids, to me, they haven't lived. Children haven't lived their lives, and that right there is just what gets to me so bad. They didn't live their
And
lives.
yeah, you know, one that really got to me was my first boyfriend.
Hmm.
I was 20 years old, and he got shot in the head in an armed robbery. He worked at
Oh
a convenience
God.
store, and he got shot. And I was
Mm-mm.
on my way home from school. I was in a college, and I was on my way home, and they told it on the radio, and me
Oh my
driving.
God.
And I'll never forget where I was sitting when I heard that. What I did, it's just like I just melted. But
Oh
that
my
was the
God.
hardest funeral I've ever went to in my life. They did not want me to see him, but I had a friend that worked in the funeral home, and he let me go. He took me in the back and let me see, and I wish I'd never done that.
Oh, Mikey, I'm so sorry.
But it was a hard funeral. He was so young and so much going on for, and he had so many people come to the funeral. It was just, I just remember crying uncontrollably and them having to carry me out, and just, I was just devastated.
Well, you were had every right to be.
And it bothered me. It still bothers me
Oh my
at
God.
times. But it bothered me for years and years and years.
Wow. And it would. I mean, who is that? That Nancy Grace that has that show.
Hmm.
Her fiance was murdered right there and basically in front of her while they were in college, and that's why she became an attorney, and later on was a judge and all that. That's the reason she
Yeah.
fought so hard to be that. And
It was
that
something in Atlanta. Was she a DA in Atlanta?
yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he a big
Uh,
dog.
he worked. Danny worked at a. It was like a little service station, magic market type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they went in there and kidnapped. They robbed the store and took them both hostage. There was two guys,
Mm.
Danny and another one, and they drove them a couple of exits down and told them to get out of the car and start running and not look back.
Oh
And
my
when they
god.
got out and started running, they started firing the gun at him. And the guy in front, his name was Mike something.
Hmm.
Anyway, he dove off the bank, and he said as he was diving, he looked back and saw Danny fall.
Oh no.
And he ran all the way through those woods, miles and miles. So I don't know, just the picture in it, but it blew his whole head off
Oh god.
when it hit him. So,
Did they find them?
oh yeah, they found him. It was three young teenage boys, about
See,
15, 16. They served 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, yeah.
How? That's murder. And
Yes, it was.
let me guess their age.
It was their age, and I guess I don't think they tried him as an adult. I don't know really. I just
Mm-mm.
know they got out in 4 years.
And I'm sure they've committed more crimes. Most people get out and do commit crime more.
Oh yeah,
It just depends. How does a 14-year-old think that it's okay to murder somebody?
I don't know, but you see it all the time. It's getting worse.
We have murder here every night, just about. In Shreveport, there'll be different different parts of town, but I think they had two of them in the Highland area last night, and it's just like, and one of our police women got shot. I
Mm,
don't I don't think it killed her, but she got shot. And they don't care. They just don't care who they shoot at. And this is what I hate is when innocent children are sitting in their own homes and these drive-bys are happening and it's killing these children.
mm-hmm.
We had a 4-year-old that was killed due to a drive-by. Oh, it about broke my heart. Just and the worst is these people that leave their kids in the car. I don't understand. Maybe sometimes it happens with the men aren't used to taking the kid to daycare and so on and so forth, and they just forget. How do you forget though that you have a kid? And I, I don't know. Apparently it happens. I don't know, but there was some guy either in Georgia or South Carolina, North Carolina, that did it on purpose and killed his. I think it was a little, but it was his son. Just left him all day in that SUV. Killed him.
Well, he got charged for it.
That's right, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. They found out he was cheating on his wife, and
Yep.
it was a planned thing. They think, and
Oh my God.
that happened just a couple. Well, not very far from me. Probably 15 miles from my house now. Actually,
So it was in Georgia. Okay.
yeah, it was in Georgia.
I knew it was somewhere around there. I just couldn't believe it because I don't have, I talked to my daughters like about that, and they were both like, "Mom, how do you leave your child in the car?" And I said, "Well, I always have a habit of looking in my back seat. Even I don't even have kids now, but Addie goes with me, and Kennedy, Hayden.
Hmm.
Still, I have a habit of looking in my back seats just to, it's a safety thing. When I don't know what my deal is, but I look in the back seat and I
Well,
don't
how in
know.
the heck would you forget a child in your car? I mean, that just don't makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it don't. He go to heat depths. I know, Kitty. There's so many of them. So many of them. I thought you would like that, Tracy. So many of them. And I'm gonna tell you know, I hear about them, and when I do, I cry. These poor little babies. We had a doctor here, leave his 5-month-old daughter in the car at the hospital because he was used to his wife bringing her. They have a daycare, the
Hmm.
daycare. He was used to his wife, which she was a doctor too. But she had worked a different shift, so he was bringing the baby, and he had never, had since the baby had been born, he'd never dropped the baby off. Well, he didn't. He forgot apparently, and she sat in that car, and it was 106 degrees in there, and he came back to the car to go home, and he found her dead. They
Oh
said
my God.
he hit the ground. It wasn't purposely. He didn't do it on purpose, but they said he hit the ground, and it was a horrible thing to watch. They didn't charge him because he didn't. I'm sure it wasn't purpose, but I think that people still, I don't know. I don't know if people. I don't know whether to say they still need to be, but they need to. There needs to be something that like I heard somebody the other day say, put your purse in the back seat, put your bag in the back, put anything that you have to have for your job in the back seat, so that when you get out, you have to go to the back seat to get whatever to go to work, and then you're going to know then there's your baby.
Yeah.
I hear you, Jennifer. That's what my daughter said. They do to me. But most of the time, Laura, the little kids, they go to sleep in the mornings because Kinley, when she was little, she would babies fall back to sleep, and they don't make any noise. But there needs to be something that these parents know, you know, what's going on. It just it happened. My daughter has a friend that took her child to school daycare every day. Well, every day it was 7 months old, and the husband had to take it that day because the wife had some kind of an appointment, and he forgot that baby was in the car, and he came out for
Mm.
lunch to go to lunch, and she was already dead.
God.
Mhm. They said he ain't even right in his head now. He ain't right.
No.
It's not. Oh my God, the thought of it. I don't even know what I would do. I would literally, y'all, go
And
crazy.
like, there was another lady on the news that were talking about that yesterday, day before. She had accidentally left her kid in the car, and evidently she got, they didn't do anything to her, but she was saying how horrible she felt and all that. But I just can't see how you would forget a child.
I couldn't. If I put that child in a car seat, you can bet your bottom I'm not going to forget that baby's in there.
Mm-mm. I mean, I wouldn't forget my cat.
Uh-uh. I mean, come on.
I keep her under close eye wherever I go.
I'm I have never even ever even not one time forgot my children. I've
Mm.
never crossed my mind. I always knew they were there. And it's so God, it makes oh, and that's bad because they got to live with that the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And I agree with Kitty about the toss one shoe in the back seat. If you can't remember your child, maybe you'll remember your shoe. Because I mean, truthfully, you got to put the other one on. And what I used to do was put my purse in the back seat. Um, my when I was going to college, I'd put my my backpack back there, but it wasn't to keep from forgetting my kid because I didn't do that, but it was just something I did naturally, and that's what everybody needs to do something to
Hmm.
if it's that easy because it's every year so many babies die. They have dogs that and even cats that people leave in these cars never crack the windows, nothing.
I hate to see that too. When you go pull in somewhere and you see a pet in there and it's hot and
Hmm.
they've got the windows open, but you sit there and kind of wait to see how long it's going to be.
Yeah, and you wonder, well, do they have any water or anything in there for it to drink? I mean,
Well, they passed a law in Georgia where you can bust the window if you think something's in danger now and not get
oh
in
well,
trouble.
good, because I think I'd do it because I mean I'd do it for sure if I seen a baby. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And they just called the cop. It was on the news this week too. The lady flagged down the mall security because there was a child in the car. The woman said
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
she just ran in for a minute, but still,
It don't matter. You don't do that.
they've charged her. So,
Good. You don't run in nowhere for a minute, leave your baby in the car just because you're too damn lazy and
mm,
don't want to. I know people that leave people that usually their kids in the car, and that's one thing you won't see me or my children ever do. I don't leave my grandkids in the car.
no,
Kitty says she's glad you can bust them windows to save a life. Girl, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I ain't gonna lie.
and we had a teenage girl come up missing just outside of Fulton County or outside of Atlanta last night. They still hadn't found her.
Mm-mm.
It's just a never-ending thing here.
How old was she, or is she?
I don't recall the age.
Bless her heart. We used to get a lot of that here too. A lot of missing kids, and teenagers, and used to the cops would say, "Oh, they run away. Give them 20, 48 hours, and all this crap." It's not always that. It's not.
Mm-mm. No, they get kidnapped and everything else.
Hold on, Mikey. Let me put this in the fridge. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
And it's scary when you start watching the news. I don't even watch it anymore. Yeah, it gets hot, Laura. Even with the cracked windows, it doesn't take a car long to get up way over 100 in the summertime. And they have a thing too about senior citizens. If you see a senior citizen in the car, you're supposed to call someone.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm full as a wood tick.
Oh no, what?
I'd be pretty full, wouldn't it?
That's full. Got to pop.
I said that to my grandkids one day. I said, "Oh, Nanny's full as a wood tick." Caden said, "What's a wood tick?" And I told him. He said, "Gross."
Okay. I
Thank you,
come up with
Kim.
some of these old timey sayings that I picked up from my grandparents, and nobody knows what in the heck I'm talking about.
Tighter than Dick's hat band.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a big one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. What's the drunker than Cooter Brown?
Cooter Brown.
I always tell my grandkids, drunker than Cooter Brown's wife or his granddaughter. I keep grandkids always think I'm crazy. What? What's that? What do you have? What sayings you got, Mike?
Tracy's going to sleep. Well, I like that Todd and Dick's hat band. I've heard that all my life, and
Yep.
uh, another one wouldn't pull a greasy string out of a cat's ass.
I ain't never heard of that, one, but I like it.
It's when something doesn't have enough power to do anything.
I kind of like that one.
That was
My grandparents used to say some stuff, and I'd be like, "What in the world are they? That tighter than Dick's hat band?" I used to say, "Well, what's tighter than Dick's hat band?"
wound up tighter than Moody's goose.
Colder than a well digger's ass and his witch's titty and a brass brazier.
Mm-hmm. All those.
Yep, yep. I always say it's hotter than Satan's ass crack. Say some crazy stuff.
Tracy
Tracy,
falling
go
asleep.
get behind the bed. Tracy playing.
Night, Tracy.
Yeah, good night, Tracy.
Sweet dreams.
We'll see Tracy in a dadgum live stream at 1 a.m. I could I couldn't sleep, y'all.
Couldn't sleep. She'll be over somewhere else.
Yep, I couldn't sleep. Let me tell you something. You know, last night we went into that live stream.
Uh-huh.
Me and Tracy both fell asleep. I fell asleep and woke up this morning about 3 o'clock,
My
and
God.
it was still on.
Yeah.
And
I didn't stay long.
I was sound asleep, and I went, "Oh crap!" I didn't even say goodbye. I just went and clicked it off.
I just clicked off too. I didn't say goodbye. I don't know. I did say goodbye. I said I gotta go check on somebody else, and then I ended up getting a phone call. Stayed on the dang phone till almost 4 a.m.
Oh, do I need to ask who that
No, you
was?
know who it was.
Cooper, Cooper,
Oh,
Cooper. You
I said
can't help yourself.
I was about to fall asleep on the phone.
I can about imagine what y'all talk about.
No, we had good old talk.
Bet y'all did. I love Cooper. I do love some Cooper.
He's a mess.
He really is, and I ain't gonna lie. He is nice looking. He goes, "How
He's
about
handsome guy.
you think I'm that?" He said, "You think I'm good looking?" I said, "Yes."
He,
I told me and Tracy'd have him straight if you just give us about a week.
he's. I looked up that religion he was talking about. It's a cross between Methodist and Pentecostal and holiness kind of.
What do you call it?
It's the Church of Nazarene,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I didn't see anything about the hair, but I did read that a lot of the customs are like Methodist and Pentecostal and Baptist.
You know the Baptists, I think, have the word like they don't want you to do nothing. They don't want you to dance. They don't want you to do nothing. The
Mm-mm.
Met the Methodist is a little more laxed, but they're
Not much.
still yeah, but not by much. Um, they don't want you. The Baptists don't want you to dance. I mean, and I was out dancing every weekend. I was partying, dancing, but I mean, what? I mean, you had to do something. I wasn't doing that
Yeah.
wrong.
Well, I mean,
You
I,
was.
I was at that party, but thank goodness nobody ever found out. I mean,
Mm,
I
yeah.
think a lot of people knew, but nothing was ever said.
Tracy said if he came in to read my X-ray, I'd drop and say, "You can take a picture of anything, baby."
Tracy.
He could. He could X-ray. I'd let that man X-ray my anything. I ain't lying to y'all. He's pretty. I ain't gonna lie. He's pretty.
I call him a big old boy. Some people get mad. He says, "You're taking it the wrong way." That's a compliment coming from Mikey.
Yeah, he looked really sweet. His. I'm telling you, his picture on Twitter is adorable.
It is adorable.
It's like, oh my god, his hair looked real good, but I didn't realize his hair was that long.
I'm not crazy about his haircut this time, but normally, I mean, he keeps it all different styles. He'll have it changed in a month.
Well, he's still cute. He's still
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
He knows what he's talking about too. I mean, he knows his Bible.
He's very intelligent. Oh, yeah. He was real. They brought up strict in church.
Yeah, he's a radiologist, right?
Yeah, radiologist.
He he makes good money.
Well, he owns three of the
Clinics.
clinics. Yeah.
Yep, they make good money. Think he's shocked. He's not my type. He's not my type either, but he's pretty to look at. He would be my type, but like I said, it'd take a week. I'm still not sure me and Tracy could convert him over to being
But
straight.
I mean, well, I won't say anyway.
I think you should since you started it.
No, I mean, I think Cooper's happy the way he is right now. Just
Yeah.
and I'm
Mhm.
happy for him.
Mhm.
And I'm
Uh,
kind of the same way. I don't really want anybody.
You,
I don't right now.
but you don't mind talking to Coop.
Oh, I don't mind talking, and I'm not saying nothing would ever develop with anybody. Not just,
Yeah.
but right now I'm content.
You're content with just the phone calls.
Well, yeah, and just playing and
Do y'all have phone sex? You know I'm gonna ask you
no.
that. You lying to me, Mikey. You lying, Mikey. You know that's not nice to lie.
Little white lies.
Yeah, you ain't nice to tell. It's not
It's
nice
not
to
nice to
fool.
lie.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. It's not nice to lie.
Well, hell, I fooled Mother Nature all my lives.
That's right, Jennifer. That's right. You might be married, but we can still look. That's what I said last night. We still look. And he's pretty nice to look at.
Kim says, "We see through you, Mike."
That's it. Yeah, we do. We know. He seems to forget he's told me things. So me and Tracy both, he's told us.
uh,
He's so funny. Well, guys, I think it's time for us to get off of here. I appreciate you all coming. We had a
well,
good
it
time.
was fun, y'all.
Look at H Top. How you doing?
Who's
Think
H music?
every time we're getting ready to go off, you come in. But I wish you. I'm glad you came by. What's been going on, H Top? This is how I see it. It's free to look. It don't mean you're cheating. And I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Well, thank you, Tracy. We had a good time.
But hell, when I look and then get that little twitch, hell, it ain't long before I'm gonna be cheating.
He's a cheater. But you got, Mikey, think
Uh,
about this. There has got to be somebody in your life that, you know, thank you for coming, Kitty. We love you. Thank you, Jennifer. We'll see y'all Monday night. And I think it's Monday. We're going to have a special guest. I hope everybody likes her. If they don't, I hope y'all at least stay and listen to her.
oh, I think they will.
She's a lot of fun. I like her. Um, she's a mess, but
Well, thanks
yeah.
for having me, Debbie, on the panel. I enjoyed it.
Well, I enjoyed having you. I appreciate it, and you know you're welcome anytime. We
And
got a lot.
but I miss Tracy being up there.
I know. I miss Tracy too. That heifer.
I can't think all of that.
You love it when I say that.
I know.
Good
Oh,
night, Painter Row. Good night,
good
Kim.
night, Kim.
You guys have a. I hope y'all sleep well.
Painted
I,
Row. Good night.
so we will, like, seriously, see y'all Monday, and also you don't forget Thursday that we're gonna have Spirit Wolf, and she's gonna do her spirit box. And I guess it will. We won't call it story time. We will call it spirits
That'll be a
something.
good one.
We'll call it something spirit time. How's that? But like I said, thank y'all for coming. We love you guys. Have a great night. And H Tub, I'm sorry we missed you. Hope you come in again. Bye.
Good night, y'all.